Hi there, guys. This is sort of a an add-on to the Inside the TMK Archives video. This is sort of like a fourth part. I wasn't going to film this originally, but I thought you guys might like to see some of the other things that weren't in the first cupboard I showed you. But see, the thing is, with all my stuff, like not everything fits in that cupboard. Certain things in this house are in certain spots because they just fit better. For example, see all these posters here. I have this little cupboard here full of Mortal Kombat games, and then there's a space, as you can see, there between the wall and the cupboard, and that was good for these poster cardboard things I have that keep my posters in good nick. So this is where I keep my posters, for example. So just to show you guys some of the posters I got. That poster tube there, I'm not going to take it out, but that's full of Mortal Kombat X posters that I got. And here, this is just a Deadpool stand. A friend of mine works at the cinema, and they were throwing out the Deadpool stand. It was quite big, quite large, and it literally just said, I'm trying to put this right. Literally was a big stand with Deadpool in big letters, and it had sort of Deadpool lying across the top. And I wasn't going to keep that because this thing was massive, but I did keep the character cut out of it. Because I thought that was kind of funny. So. But yeah, as you can see here, Mortal Kombat 1 movie poster. Not everything here is Mortal Kombat. There's some Police Academy posters. I like Police Academy. Here's an Indiana Jones DVD promo poster. There's an Annihilation poster. That might be my one that's signed. No, that's not a signed one. I have one of these posters signed by Brian Thompson somewhere. These are Indiana Jones reprint posters that I showed in my Indiana Jones rant video. So like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Last Crusade, and Temple of Doom. There's a Red Alert poster. I'm not pulling them out because, you know, it's pain just doing this quick sort of thing. Tiberium Sun poster. There's a Mortal Kombat 4 Quan Chi poster, Deadly Alliance posters on it. And then at the back we got here, see these here? These are reams. Well, that's one full ream. Let me get in there. That's one full ream, that. And that's like, I don't know, 10. Mortal Kombat X promo pre-order posters for Australia. They had that spine on it, you know, the silver spine. In Australia, they weren't as silvery as the American ones. They sort of had a bit of mylar on them. Our ones were just sort of printed. But I just made a deal with my local EB. I said, look, you know, I'm TotalMK, you know, I talk about MK all day, you know. No, I didn't say that. But I just said, look, if you got any of those posters left, rather than bin them, because a lot of that stuff does just go in the bin, I said, you know, if you don't mind, give them to me and I'll do something good with them, sort of thing. And they became part of the archive, sort of thing. So, alright, so this is what the main thing I want to show you is. This is what I call my Mortal Kombat cupboard. This is where I keep all my Mortal Kombat games, pretty much. This is where they should all live. Sometimes they're out of this cupboard because I'm playing them or streaming them or something, but I've tried to organise it so each shelf is a section of, you know, the family that it belongs to. So, for example, the top shelf is PS3, PS4, PSP, and PS Vita. So it's mostly PlayStation stuff. And here we got the first thing we got. You guys will like this. So factory sealed Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Collector's Edition PlayStation copy. That was an extra one. And then there's my actual one, my actual PS3 one. We got here, still haven't opened it. I bought that back from Colorado. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Greatest Hits on PlayStation 3. And then I got Mortal Kombat 9, it's the UK one. Then there's the Australian one. I finally, you know, when it came out here, got unbanned. See, I haven't even opened it because I just played the PlayStation, the UK one. But there's the R-rated Australian one still sealed. These are the two American copies that I ended up getting. That one's signed by Richard Epcar. Actually, they're both signed by Richard Epcar. Yeah. Got Injustice. Signed by Richard Epcar as well. Injustice. What's that? Remaster, I think. I don't really like Injustice, as you guys know much. But Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat XL. And then you got, you know, Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play, Mortal Kombat Unchained, and Mortal Kombat on Vita, which I've never ever played because I don't have a Vita. That is a signed copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy, signed by Steve Ritchie, that someone got for me recently. Buzz Clinton had a Mortal Kombat tournament in Queensland. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. That was really shit because I really did want to go. It was really bad timing, that thing. It just landed on a date. My parents were going on this big trip, and the day of the tournament was the day they were leaving on this trip, you know, and I was just like, fuck's sake. Just, if it had been 1 week earlier, I probably could have gone, you know, but I just couldn't. I had to sort of watch this house and stuff, so that was a bummer. That was really, really a bummer, because I would have liked to have tested my skills against the players in Queensland, especially after winning the tournament in PAX, Melbourne. So then we got another continuation of the Sony shelf. This is PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. These are all the review copies, you know, that I talked about. Deadly Alliance, Deception, Shaolin Monks, Armageddon. Another Shaolin Monks. So that's another extra copy. Here we've got some extra copies of Mortal Kombat Trilogy in different various packets. There's 2 factory sealed copies of Special Forces. There's the one that I used in my review. That's the open one. That's the one I broke with my sword. There's another trilogy. There's a few of the cardboard Mortal Kombat 3 ones. These are like second-hand ones. They're not brand new ones. They're not in very good condition, but I just grabbed them because I like the old school packaging. I never bought it when it was new because I didn't have a PlayStation till a lot longer in the PlayStation lifestyle. Mortal Kombat Mythologies, of course. Sub-Zero. Doesn't say Sub-Zero there. I just realised that just says Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Sounds interesting. MK4. Oh, and of course, Mortal Kombat 2 from Japan. That's quite sought after as a collectible. Yeah, my one's a bit sun-faded, this one. But, you know, when I got this, it was factory sealed, so no complaints. I don't mind taking a bit of damage. So here's another one of those PlayStation 2 factory sealed from Midway. Armageddon's. Yep. Then we got here we got Shaolin Monks, Arcade Treasures 2, Deadly Alliance, Deception, another Deadly Alliance, the Greatest Hits range, another Armageddon. That's the Australian Armageddon. Then we got all the American covers, thanks to Midway. Got the full set, the Johnny Cage Goro one, the Sonya Kano one, the Dragon Logo one, and the what's the other one? What's the fourth cover? Johnny Cage Goro. Oh, of course, Sindel Shah Khan. My favourite cover. How could I forget that? Got that box set here that has. This came out in America. I managed to get one, the Mortal Kombat collection, when I was there. I got that at GameStop. What's it called? City Walk. Universal City Walk. Yeah, it's a bit dinted. Got a bit dinted on my case. But yeah, it has Deception, Shaolin Monks, and Armageddon on there, as you can see. Mortal Kombat Deception, PlayStation. Sorry about the lighting here, by the way, guys. This is a bit tricky to film into a cupboard and have a light back here, so there's a bit of a shadow cast. But yeah, Mortal Kombat Deception, PlayStation Premium version. Alright, next we got Xbox stuff. Alright, so first thing I'll say is here I've got Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 3. I was never a fan of 1 and 3 because there was no Mortal Kombat games on them, but I kind of regret not getting them because I really do like Midway. And I found this the Midway Arcade Treasures 1. not too long ago. I got it for like $4. And the 3 I got with a whole bunch of secondhand games, and I assumed it was in there, and the disc is missing. All the secondhand games in that pile, the disc was there, but the Arcade Treasures 3 one was not. So that's an empty cover, unfortunately. But that's an extra Deadly Alliance Australian version. There's the Injustice games, Injustice Ultimate Edition. There's the, is that the Red Sun or something? Injustice Special Red Sun Edition, yeah. Then we got in here, we got, I'm just going to put it there for a sec. Got more Deadly Alliance. More Deadly Alliance. Greatest hits, oh, it's called the Classics range, an Xbox one. We've got Deception. One's a UK one, one's Australia one, I remember. Because, see, in that corner, if I can get this, see if I can film it. See that red circle? That means Britain. And this one means Australia, the MA. So that's my original Mortal Kombat Deception that I ordered, the Scorpion Collector's cover. That's the one I ordered from EB. That's the one that I got day one. That was the one I played the fuck out of. My parents got me the Molina one later. That was actually supposed to be a Raiden one, because what happened was they announced that Walmart was going to have the Raiden cover in the US, right? And I don't know anything about Walmart, okay? So my parents were overseas in Canada at the time, and I knew Canada had Walmart, so I sent them there to get the Mortal Kombat Deception collector's cover. And I remember they rang me one night, and they went, there's no Raiden one, because I said I want 2 copies of the Raiden one, because I was actually going to send one to John Vogel. And they rang me, and there's no Raiden one, there's only Molina. And I went, that's fucking weird. I went, alright, I'll just get the Molina one. So I only ever got that one Molina one. And I still don't have a Raiden cover. I don't have a Baraka cover. You know, which kind of sucks, because they join up. You know, I'm kind of bummed I never got them, because I really do love Deception. You know, this paper was wrapped around the Molina one. It's some sort of French thing. I think it's the manual in the other language or something. Because, you know, it's weird, because I thought French. See, I don't understand this. Look, it says Mortal Kombat Deception there, right? And now, am I wrong? Is that French? Because I thought they're not allowed to call it Deception in French. I thought it had to be Mystification. So I'm kind of a bit confused by it all. I don't really know how this other language shit works, so. But I'm just saying that was wrapped around the, that came with it from Canada. I'll put that back later. We got Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That's the one I took to Chicago and got signed by Carlos Pazina. Nice. And John Podlasek, I'm pretty sure that is. Oh, and Dan Forden. Cool. Dan Forden up there. Shaolin Monks. That's my American copy. Arcade Treasures 2, that's the one I got, Australia. Played the hell out of that. Shaolin Monks Australian copy. Now, the funny thing is, I got some stories about Shaolin Monks. On Xbox, you could, as you guys know, you could unlock Mortal Kombat 2. And it got censored because Germany had a ban in Europe on classic Mortal Kombat. I think they still have it. Germany or Luxembourg, I'm not sure. MK Dan's talked about it a bit before. But I believe that ban carried over, because Australia gets a lot of European stuff. Even though they'll put that rating on it, that Australian rating, the disc is usually just the same. They just sort of don't give a shit, right? So when this came out on Sony, the Shaolin Monks up there, when you go to unlock Mortal Kombat 2, it's locked. It's not, you can't unlock it on the PlayStation 1, but you can on the Xbox One, which meant their disc is more, wasn't just a European disc. They probably had different discs. They actually had an Australian disc that didn't have it banned. So Xbox did Shaolin Monks, correct? Yeah, so a little bit of tidbit of information there. Here we got PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy. And you guys might be like, well, what's that in there for? That's not Mortal Kombat. And you'd be right, it's not Mortal Kombat, but it had, you could unlock Scorpion on it as a playable character, because Midway made it. So that's why it's in there. And same goes for this Unreal Tournament or Unreal Championship 2. The reason that's in there is because you got to unlock Raiden. Alright, here we got Mortal Kombat DC Universe Australian cover. This one's factory sealed, never opened. So you got it for 25 bucks. That's my press copy. That's my Australian one that I opened and played. Signed by lots of people. Here's another Australian one. That one's open as well. Oh, that's got the WB logo. The cover was updated. So if I, for example, pull that one out, if I whip it out, alright, just to show you guys. So the first cover has Midway, and the later cover had WB Games on it. So I just like shit like that, you know. Even though the Midway one had the WB logo on it as well, you know. So yeah, I just like having the difference. It's kind of my thing. There's the Xbox collectors. That was the one I played. Here's Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, the one that was unbanned in Australia, the R-rated version. We never got Mortal Kombat in Australia, just so you know. Because Mortal Kombat got banned in Australia, by the time Australia passed new rating system and R-rated and the game was able to come out, there was no need for them to release Mortal Kombat. They just released the complete one because it was already sort of out overseas. So there's Complete Edition I bought back from the States. I bought back an American one. What have we got here? I think that's MKX. That's from the collectors. There's Mortal Kombat XL, signed by lots of people. And there's MK11. I chucked that in here just for the video. It's just been living next to my Xbox while I've been streaming it. Alright, next. Alright. Now this, my friends, is the Sega shelf. So any old school reviews that you saw me do on Mortal Kombat 1 or Game Gear Mortal Kombat would be in one of these. So I'm pretty sure this Mortal Kombat box has its own cartridge in it, and these two are extras, or one of them is out of that box. But yeah, there's a few extra MKs on Game Gear here. That's my MK2 Game Gear. I don't have a boxed one. I sort of stopped chasing after it for a while. And there's MK3 Game Gear, Mortal Kombat Dreamcast, signed by Dan Ford, and fuck yeah. There's one of those Mortal Kombat DS cases, Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Terminator 2's in here because I got it signed by John Vogel, because I like that game. It's also Midway did it. You can see, signed by John Vogel there. I actually quite like that game. So that's my original MK, I believe. Yeah, that's the one I got signed, so that's probably the original. That's my first ever Mortal Kombat on Mega Drive. Here I got a factory sealed copy of Mortal Kombat 3 on Sega. And there's a funny story behind this too. There's a story behind everything, I guess. But when I had my arcade machine in the arcade, that's when MK3 was coming out on home systems, like that one you see right there. And there were two guys who would play my machine after school. They'd come in and play it, and I was working at the arcade, so I'd show them moves and tips and give them free games and challenge them from time to time and all sorts of shit, you know. And we had this whole little Mortal Kombat club going on, sort of thing. We'd all battle and fight each other. And anyway, it turns out one of the guys entered the tournament and entered a competition, when MK3 came out, and he won. And that's what he won. He won this factory sealed one. It's got the sticker on it there. From Roadshow, you know, and I bumped into him, like, how many years later? I want to say 10 years later. And I was talking to him, and I said I work in the computer store and blah, blah, blah. And then he mentioned he had that. He goes, you know, I got that MK3, still factory sealed. I never opened it. He goes, because I already had another one. I go, oh. I go, would you sell it? He goes, yeah, I'd sell it. I think I gave him $100 for it, you know. So I got a factory sealed MK3 on Sega and Super Nintendo, which is kind of cool. Here we have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Mega Drive. There's a Mortal Kombat 3 Mega Drive, Mortal Kombat 2 Mega Drive, Mortal Kombat Master System, another Mortal Kombat Master System, Mortal Kombat 2 Master System, Mortal Kombat and Wolfchild pack. And here we have Mortal Kombat 2 Mega Drive, Mortal Kombat 2 32X. You might notice here I got a whole bunch of Ultimate MK3s on Saturn, and a Mortal Kombat 2 on Saturn. And also here is the two Mortal Kombat Sega CD ones I have. One's a US one, one's an Australian one. So the deal with the Saturn ones is I kept sort of bidding on them, trying to get a good one. Because I remember I won this first one, and I had this little rip, and I was like, and I think that was the one I actually got first that I didn't get off eBay. I think that was the first one I got off eBay. That one I got from a shop. And I was trying to get a good one. And then I got a factory sealed one in the end, see? So I've got a factory sealed Saturn Ultimate MK3 there. And I got another one that's pretty decent, and that's how I ended up with 4 of them, so. Right. Next shelf. Yeah. Gotta get down on my knees in this one. Okay. Alright. This is Nintendo. The freeloaders to circumvent region codes. Fuck region codes. I got that not too long ago, believe it or not. I actually bought it, and then someone said, you know those freeloader things are so rare. And I went, no they're not. I bought one like a month ago. And from the time of me buying that, and him mentioning that, like a month later, they became super rare or something. Kind of weird. Yeah, that freeloader is so I can play my American copy of Mortal Kombat Deception on GameCube. It never came out in Australia on GameCube. So, this Mortal Kombat X is the gamepad box from PDP. They gave me that for doing a review. We have here Mortal Kombat 1. It's Mortal Kombat 1, Super Nintendo. Running out of review. That's the dodgy one that I did the video about. What the fuck is this thing? Here we have my Mortal Kombat trilogy. I took all the way to Chicago for one autograph. Here's my Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. As you can see, I got more autographs on that because I played the hell out of that. We got Kerry Hodgkins on there, John Turk, Josue, forget the other one. One's got to be Rich Divizio, I reckon. And Leah Montalongo, probably the other one. Here's a Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I just found this cheap, or got it secondhand cheap. It's an American copy. Here's my Australian Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Australia had weird spines on GameCube games. They had this shitty baby blue colour. It used to always bug me. And then you'll see the difference here. This is the American one. Right, and you look at the spine. It looks a lot better. There's Injustice on Wii U. I got really cheap. And then friggin' Warner Brothers pulled all the DLC off the Wii U store. That was shit. Here's my Armageddon from Australia. That was from brand new. And this was the one Midway sent me in that box that had the red crushed paper in it. That was in one of those boxes. The American one. You got MK3, Super Nintendo. MK2, SNES. Ultimate MK3. This was the first one I found because it was quite hard to find this. I bought this from a video store for like $50. The guy wouldn't sell it. He goes, no, that's popular. People rent it all the time. I went, oh, come on, man, $50. I go, you paid $100 for it new. You know, I talked him into it, and then he sold it to me. And then that's another copy I came across at some other stage. I forget when. I never got it new because it was hard to find new. Here's my MK4 on N64. Got a bit damaged. I think it fell. I had it up on my thing and it got a bit of a tear up there, which sucks. But that was brand new when I bought it. I'm just going to stick them back. I mean, you guys have probably seen a lot of this stuff, but this is where a lot of the reviews came from. Alright, what's next? Ultimate Mortal Kombat on DS. That's the one from Midway they sent me. And then the Australian one, which is an ugly friggin'... Look at that M fucking floating up there. So weird the way they did that packaging. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Game Boy. Mortal Kombat Advance, Game Boy Advance, sorry. Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, Game Boy Advance. That's worth quite a lot of money. This, if you have this thing sealed, this thing's worth like $400 sealed. This game is very rare. Even selling the cartridge goes for like, just the cartridge goes for like $100. That's probably worth $200 to $300 in the box, open. Mortal Kombat 3 Game Boy. My Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 one that I found. This is sort of second hand, that's why it's a bit squashed. My Mortal Kombat 2 Game Boy. My original Mortal Kombat 1 Game Boy. Yes, I did play the fuck out of it. Mortal Kombat 4 Game Boy. That's my one. And here we have that dodgy from Balikpapan cartridge. Ultimate MK3 that my dad got me. This is a spare Mortal Kombat from somewhere. Actually, that might be there because I was doing the video about the glitch I found. That might not be put back. I have to check. This is an American Mortal Kombat I found floating in a store in Australia. The good thing about finding stuff like that is you can negotiate with the person selling it and say, oh, how much for that? And when they go, you know, $20, say, oh, come on, man. I go, you're never going to sell that thing. You need an American system to play it. I go, look, I'm a Mortal Kombat collector, alright? I can give you like, you know, 15 for it or 10. And that's how you shave a bit of money, you know? Also, if they go, no, it's 20, you can also then say, well, look, what if I buy something else? Will you give me a discount on it? You know what I mean? You got to negotiate. Use those sales skills. I'm good at that shit, guys, just so you know. That's why I'm a salesman. I guess you could say. Alright, here we have two Game Boy games. Mortal Kombat 3, they might not be put back properly, or they're extras. Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. Alright, here we got the PC shelf. PC and Amiga. So, what do we got here? Oh, it's a mess. Alright, there's an MK3 CD here. That belongs in one of these boxes. I'm just going to say that, okay? Here we have Mortal Kombat X PC. Midway Arcade Treasures Deluxe Edition PC. Here we have a copy of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 PC. It's got the CD, it's got the manual. And it's funny because I've got two of these. This manual is very thick, as you can see. It does not fit in the CD case, this one, okay? So the CD separate, and it also has a technical supplement, you know, how to install it and blah blah blah. Right, but no box, unfortunately. I don't have a boxed version. And then this is the other one. This is the one I took to Chicago, where the manual fits in the case, see? It's a lot thinner. This is the American one. I found that for sale. See, it's got the M? I found that for sale in Australia. And there's also another weird thing. The CD's in there, by the way. That's all signed, and that's all one thing. The weird thing is, look at this. On the Australian book, because I assume this is the Australian one, right? There's no M down there, but it's not American, that's for sure. Look at this. The 2 in the Mortal Kombat writing, for some reason, is black. I don't know why. Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat. That should say and Mortal Kombat 2. It's like someone flicked off the Photoshop layer. You look at this one, it's normal, look. See? It's weird. One of those things. Here we got Mortal Kombat 9 PC. At the bargain price of $19. Signed by Richard Epcar. Here we have... It's back on my hand. That's where it gets tricky. Here we have the original Mortal Kombat I bought on PC. 3.5. PC 3.5 inch disc, that means. Mortal Mortal Kombat 2 PC. I bought a whole bunch of these on eBay or in swap meets. It's an Australian one. This is the CD-ROM version. Most of the time they were CD-ROM versions, but I did find there it is, DOS 3.5-inch version. This is worth a bit more money than the other ones. It's worth a bit more sought after if you want the floppy disk version. Here's another disc version. I've actually got 2 of them. Yeah. I'm just going to pack them back for a second. Here's Mortal Kombat 4 PC. This came from the shop I worked in. No one ever bought it. Eventually I just went, oh, I'll take it. I'm glad I did that, because I never saw this anywhere else ever again. It's one of those things you just didn't see MK4 around much. It was kind of weird. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, that was from our store as well. The Platinum PC range. There's the Mortal Kombat 3 from our store, Platinum PC range. Here's a Mortal Kombat Trilogy PC. This one the condition wasn't very good. There was damage there on the top of the box. See that? That was actually brand new. Someone had returned it, and there was sticky tape along the top, and they'd ripped it, and it had caused damage up there. But the reason I got it was I didn't see this anywhere around much either, and it wasn't. See how it's not the Platinum PC one? I found this at the same time the Platinum PC one was out, which, you know, it's kind of weird. That's the Mortal Kombat 3 box that CD belongs in. This is the original Mortal Kombat 3 box. My friend gave me this. I never bought it. He had it in his cupboard, and he goes, oh, you can have it, and he just gave it to me because he knew I loved Mortal Kombat. Alright, let's chuck these back now. Alright, now the bottom shelf has got some pretty cool shit. This is a Midway wristband. It says Midway on it. Rest in peace, Midway. I can get this on camera. It's a bit tricky to film. There. You can kind of see it there. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 on Amiga. That's the Mortal Kombat Tiger handheld I bought from the store. The one I opened, the one I played. As you can see, the packet's a bit ripped, but I kept it. I don't have the Mythology one. I don't have the other one. I want the Mythology one, because I had it in my hand at some stage and didn't have the money to pay for it that day and never ended up getting it again. I never saw it again. These are the Mortal Kombat collector's DVDs. There was one for Deception. There's a lot of the bios on it. And there was one for Deadly Alliance. The Deadly Alliance one's kind of hard to find. That was good. Cool. This is that Mortal Kombat eye guide I talked about. There it is. That's the bag that my dad bought back the dodgy copied Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 from Ballypappin. This one I've got to be careful with. Alright, hang on a second. Alright. Midway Asset Disc. That's the main one I use from E3. And this one is... I'll just be careful with this. This one has Dan Forden's business card in it. How's that? Toasty! He gave that to me at E3 in 2006. So that's the only Midway business card I have, is Dan Forden's. I asked every single guy if I could get a business card. And I was able to get one off Dan Forden. It's the only one I had. I kept asking Ed for a business card, but yeah, he kept saying I don't have one, so. Right. Now this one, I just had to cut that, because I showed my address for a second there. This one apparently, MK Dan told me these are really rare, but this is a promo copy of Mortal Kombat Unchained on PSP. Apparently that is very rare. So it actually says it there. Promo. Can you focus, please? Promo only, not for resale. Yep. Complete with thank you note. And this one is, I think this is MKDC on PS3. Yeah, MKDC on PS3. I asked for a promo copy of that too. Yeah. See, I don't have all the games. I'm missing a lot, guys, you know. The thing is, I'd like to have them all, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I just don't. That's everything, really. The ones I really want to have, the ones I'd like to have that I'm missing, the Mortal Kombat 3 Brazil Master System. I looked at that many times. I had factory sealed ones on my screen, $10, and I never bought it, and then it just went through the roof. And I just regret never buying that. I just never got around to it, I guess. MK Trilogy on Saturn. I'm yawning. I kind of like the MK3 on American PlayStation in the tall case too. That just looks cool. Yeah, that's it. That's my Mortal Kombat games covered. That's where my games live. So when I need my MK fix, I come to the cupboard. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I mean, there's more things in the archive. Like I said, the things float around the house, but that's the majority of it. You've seen the figures before in other videos. You've seen, you know, the stuff I just showed, the press stuff and the posters and the posters I just showed you here, and they're all my games. A lot of them are the ones that you saw me review on my YouTube channel, you know, all those years ago. So, yeah, thanks for watching another video, guys. I think this is the last one now. I don't think there's any more in the archive stuff that I can show you, really. But, yeah, I got some YouTube videos coming up soon, so peace, guys, and I'll see you next time. Later. I'm just going to wave like this. Bye.